about to pick some San Marzano. What is growing on, my gardening friends? We're in the garden this morning, and I'm thinking about all that I have to do today, and a lot of it is a lot of the things that I didn't get to do in the last vlog. Oh, a bee is on the sunflower. Can I get closer without getting stung? Oh, it went away. Oh no, it's right there. Hold on. The bees. That's one thing that I love about doing these morning strolls, is that you can just see nature kind of do its thing. I'm trying to stay out their way. I'm trying to stay out their business. But we are in episode 3 of the Garden Diaries, and we have a lot to do today, okay? So we definitely have to get to that garden grow room. I showed that I think that was the last vlog. I never got to it, so we're gonna get to it this time. And I also have to up pot all of those seeds that we started 2 vlogs ago. So I gotta get that together. And I think I'm gonna harvest some things in the garden. We have a few things that need to be harvested, and then I need to get those scabioses out of there. I need to get them out here. I need to go ahead and harden them off. I'm going to show you something really quickly. Hold on. So I think I told y'all in my June garden tour, this is the space that I'm going to create like a flower cottage garden oasis, and I think I'm going to put the scabioses over here. So I got to get on this project real soon. Hopefully I can start this project within the next week or so, because I need to get those scabioses planted. But that is what I'm going to be working on today. So let's go ahead and get started. Hey y'all, so I really wanted to take the time to get to know you guys a little more, because I feel like I'm always doing all the talking. And so now I'm going to ask y'all some questions. I really want to know, what are y'all thoughts on like green rooms and grow rooms and hoop houses? Because don't get me wrong, I really do enjoy the grow room that I have right now. I'm using an empty closet we're doing nothing with. But Pinterest has me in a complete chokehold, okay? I have goals now. I want a whole hoop house so I can grow all year long, and I do want a greenhouse so I can have like the windows as side paneling, and I think I even want to put a little library in the center of my garden when the Lord provides me with 2 acres, but a little library where I can drink tea, read books, look at my flowers and all the things that's growing. But I don't know. Let me know. What do you guys have in your garden? Do you have a hoop house, a greenhouse, a grow room like me? Like, what do you prefer? What are your goals? Let me know. Let's have a chat in the comments down below, because honestly, I feel like when your environment looks nice, you feel nice, you kind of want to do more. And so, I don't know. Chat with me in the comments below. Okay, so this is as organized as it's going to be. These are what the plants look like now. I definitely have to kind of get on the ball with getting them up potted, because I don't want to lose not one of them. So we're going to do that in a little bit. But I have my baskets over here. This big box I'm actually going to use for some sweet potatoes. It's a nice deep box. I think I can get about 2 slips planted in there. So I'm going to use that for that. So I'm probably going to get that done next weekend. I'm not doing that this weekend. And then I have just, the tools and stuff that you would need: twine, scissors, neem oil. And then in this little box, I have like my vermiculite, perlite, bird feed, all kind of things in there. I have my jugs organized finally for winter sowing, and some extra pots. This is what I'm gonna be planting those inside of those pots down there. So that is what it looks like now. Nothing fancy, just something real simple. I have this fan on the side because once they get bigger, I like to blow the fan on it to kind of start the process of hardening them off, but I don't need it in use right now. But finally, one thing that I said I was gonna do today is done. Got a hole in it. There we go, because I'm in my soft girl era. And the men do the heavy lifting. And the babies hold the door open. Hey y'all, I'm back, and I kind of wanted to chit chat with you guys about something a little bit more serious than hoop houses and greenhouses. But I don't know. Lately I've been struggling with something I can't really say I didn't expect. And if I'm being completely honest, it's something I find myself needing to lay down at the feet of Jesus daily. So every morning when I take my walk through the garden, something that should be my peaceful, prayerful time turns into something else. Instead of resting, instead of just enjoying the beauty around me and thanking God for what's already here, my mind starts racing. I stare at the empty spots in my garden beds and instantly think, I need to grow more. What if my harvest isn't enough? Maybe if I plant this or fix that, then I'll finally feel like I've done enough, been enough. And at first, I thought this was just about garden goals or productivity or not trusting God with my harvest. But the more I prayed about it, the more I realized the root was deeper than that. It's this constant, quiet craving for validation, for approval, for someone to notice, to applaud, to say, you're doing great, or we're proud of you. Somewhere along the way, my identity got a little too wrapped up in results. And it always does, in views and subscribers, and how much my family supports or understands this journey, even in how many tomatoes I pull off the vine. But the Lord, in His kindness, He always begins to gently pull me back to His truth. He reminded me of this verse in Galatians 1, verse 10 that I want to share with you. It says, am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? Or am I trying to please people? If I were still trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ. The conviction was real, okay? But it was exactly what I needed. God also reminded me of the moment when Jesus was baptized. Before He ever performed a single miracle, before the crowds ever gathered, God spoke over Him and said, this is my beloved Son in whom I am well pleased. And I felt the Lord whisper the same to my heart. You are already loved. You're already chosen. And you will never be enough apart from me. That very thought made me think of John 15, verse 4. And His word says, abide in me and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit by itself unless it abides in the vine, neither can you unless you abide in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. Whoever abides in me and I in him, he it is that bears much fruit. For apart from me, you can do nothing. So now, before I step outside each morning, I pray this simple little prayer. Lord, still my heart. Help me see this garden as a place of presence, not performance. Help me steward this space well, but let my worth never be rooted in what I produce. Grow content in me. Pull up the weeds of people-pleasing and let my heart bloom in rest. If you're feeling this too, whether it's in your garden or your home, your job, your creative work, just know you're not alone, okay? I am right here with you. God's not measuring us by our productivity or our popularity or our harvest size. He's inviting us back to His peace, to choose rest over striving, gratitude over comparison, and presence over performance. And then, and only then, we will find ourselves walking with Him, because He's always walking with us, right here in the garden. I am so proud of myself, y'all. I officially accomplished 2 main garden chores that I had on my list. I cleaned out my my grow room and I up-potted all of my things. So this is what they look like. I have put them all in their separate pots. I gave them a little fertilizer boost. Now we just wait for them to get a little bigger before we put them outside. I need to harvest some things and hold on, let me go out there. So now, to complete my garden day and day 1 of these Garden Diaries, I need to just water everything. I need to harvest a few things. Look at these cucumbers. Honestly, I don't think my family eats enough cucumbers to keep up with the production, because every time I turn around, they're back again, and then they get so big that they are a little bitter by the time that I do pick them. So I need to harvest some of those. I can't stop looking at this sunflower, and I'm so mad that only one of my honey bears, germinated. Only one of my honey bears germinated. So I have to definitely plant some more honey bears. I'm going to be planting some more seeds on July 1st, and that'll be the start of a new Garden Diaries. So look at all of this stuff, y'all. I'm getting another beefsteak that's turning red. Some Romas. I haven't been able to collect any San Marzano. Oh, I'm lying. Is that a San Marzano? Hold on, y'all. I am able to pick some San Marzanos. They're a little cracky, but I'm gonna get some San Marzanos today. And then look, we're getting a little flower bud on this Shasta daisy. I'm not sure which Shasta daisy this is. This one over here is the Alaska, so this one is the Becky.
What's growing on, garden friends? So today we're going to be harvesting some things. Let's go see what we can get from the garden. Cucumbers. Oh, there's one down here. Roma tomatoes. Oh no.
Shamoir.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Here? Yeah. Oh. San Marzanos. So this is all we got from the garden today. Thanks, garden.
Let's just say my husband sucks at being me, but this is all that we harvest for today. I think I'm gonna close out the video here. If these are the kind of videos that you like, please like, comment, and subscribe, because I really wanna grow this gardening community, because clearly my husband is he's not a part of this community. So I need y'all. But that's all I have for today. Bye.